And all the suffering indigenous populations in the damnable zoological republic are set free. Chineke na nke pụrụ ihe niile Chukwu okike abịa banye ndefe na aja aha nsọ ya mma mgbe niile. Onye ọbụla na ya na-achị eluigwe n'ụwa na-agba akaebe ịhụnanya gị na ebere gị amara gị na ọmịiko gị ebe ndị gị na-eze ebe dị ngọzi. Anyị wee na-etoghị agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro. Iwe nye anyị ndụ ala nke dị n'uwere n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-asị na ịja mma niile otu niile dịrị aha nsọ gị. Onye ọbụla anyị aka ike niile na ọ gbadara aka ya. Anyị wee na-akpọku gị na-asị gị na nke ọma anyị ga-ekele gị nke ọjọọ ma anyị kelee gị. Anyị wee na-aja gị mma wee na-eto gị wee na-asọpụrụ gị n'isi ụmụ gị niile bụ ndị ikwu ndị wee ezi oku mgbe a kpọrọ ha ka ha wee chekwaa ala nsọ gị bụ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na ihe ndị kwuru anyị nkwa na o mekataghị ka ndị iro wee were ala nsọ Biafra onye nwe m na Chineke na nke bi n'igwe agbanyeghị atụmatụ ọjọọ niile nke ndị iro ma ndị na-agba mgbọgba ebe niile dị iche iche onye nwe m na Chineke nna ihere bụ nke ndị dị etu a n'ụbọchị nke taa. Anyị wee na-eto gị wee na-asị onye nwe anyị na Chineke nna nke pụrụ m ihe niile onye ọ bụ naanị ya na-azọpụta onye ọ bụ naanị ya bụ okwu ya niile bụ ihe na amen. Anyị wee na-asị ezi ebube dị ngọzi na n'ụtụtụ na ịja mma na nsọpụrụ site n'ebighị ebi ma ruo n'ebighị ebi. Ise ise ise.
Press release that our able lawyers have released. That press release you saw is the exact situation of Asuna Nnamdi Kanu. Each time when I tell you I do not agree with second-hand informations, I know when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is speaking and when he's not speaking. And Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can speak to us in parable. If you are not sharp and you're not sensible enough, you can not know when he's speaking. Today, it is now clear that everything that we are saying before and we have suspected is exactly what is going on. The suffering of Asuna Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not start yesterday when you saw that very report that the lawyers made. It didn't start yesterday. The suffering of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not start yesterday. That suffering has been going on for a very long time. From the very first day he was kidnapped in Kenya up to today, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is being incarcerated and he's facing a very serious trouble situation in that DSS. He has been feeling a lot of things. That is why we supported the issue of sit at home. When the leadership of IPOB called the sit at home, we are all happy because that is going to mount pressure on the Janjaweed and their government, including the political sectors in Nigeria, to make sure that Asuna Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is released unconditionally. That was why we mounted that pressure. We said, let there be a sit at home. So many people were coming up, we are all speaking up and talking about the sit at home. That sit at home must continue. There is no reason whatsoever why anybody will call off something that is working, because the condition of Asuna Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is not okay. His condition is not okay. We have all known that it's not okay. For somebody who was kidnapped the way Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped, detained as a political prisoner, you don't expect him to be okay. Every other thing the lawyers have been saying all this while is to make sure they encourage people, not to discourage people, make sure that we are strong. But we know actually the situation. But now it has gotten to the neck. The situation has grown worse, that if something is not done, that we might lose that man who is standing for you and I. If something is not done, everything Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have suffered for might just be a waste of time. But Chukwu Okike Abiama forbid, it can never happen. As long as there are still Biafrans who are breathing on the planet Earth, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu can never die in prison. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not continue to be in DSS. That is why this time around we have to put our heads together and activate the sit at home. The sit at home has to be activated greater than ever. It has to be activated greater than ever. We have to observe a sit at home. That Monday sit at home, very especially, And this time around, for every Biafran that is living in the southern part of Nigeria, wherever you are living in the southern part of Nigeria, it doesn't matter the state, it doesn't matter the location, it doesn't matter where you are. If you are a sincere Biafran and you care about your own life and the life of your unborn children, you have to participate on the Monday sit at home. It has to be a total lockdown this time. There is no time to play around. The Janjaweed we are dealing with, some people think it is a play. That is why sometimes I get angry. Sometimes I don't know what people who are supposed to lead us, what they are doing. I don't know what they are doing. In as much as we try a way to stay away from their lane and make sure they carry out their duty the way they're supposed to, they are not doing what they're supposed to do. They are not. But today, you see what is happening. You see everything that they were shouting about is what is happening. We told you that political solution can never work. Political solution, you cannot get political solution in a year. You can't get it in 2 years. You can't. Sometimes you can't get it at all. And are you telling me that we are going to continue to wait on political solution while Mazen Nnamdi Kanu continue to languish in jail? It can never ever happen because Mazen Nnamdi Kanu has not committed any offense, not to man. He has not committed any offense. That is why we are calling on every Biafran, wherever you are. If you are watching this video, share this video to all platforms, share it to your family and friends. We must embark on a very serious sit at home on Monday coming. Everything you can add to it to make sure that it's much more serious than it is. That is what is going to turn the Janjaweed to release Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. There is nothing else. No political solution will move their hand. The only thing that will put these people on a hot seat to make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released unconditionally is that very sit at home, to cripple the economy of the contraption called Nigeria. And when they blackmail you and tell you that you are crippling the economy of the Southeast, it doesn't concern them. Let me tell you, everything that happens in the Southeastern part of Nigeria concerns the Janjaweed, and they are feeling the heat. Everything that happens in the contraption called Nigeria, in more especially the Southeastern part of Nigeria, it concerns the whole contraption and it affects them. If anybody is deceiving you, telling you that it's not affecting them, that person is lying to you totally. This is the time to activate that very sit at home greater than it has ever been. We have to activate it, tighten it more, enforce it if you can. There is no longer time to joke. If you are playing with your own life, we cannot afford to lose our Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. If we lose Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, I bet you that Biafra will remain slave forever. If we lose this opportunity that we have, Biafra will remain slave forever. Because of that, we cannot lose this opportunity. We can't lose it. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying for anyway. Every single Biafra, wherever you are, home and abroad, you have a role to play. You have a role to play to make sure that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is released. Civil disobedience have become the greatest weapon that we have. Some of people who are supposed to be fighting along with us are trying to take away that weapon. They try to weaken the strength of the people. Even when the people on their own are embarking on civil disobedience, making sure that the voice of the masses is being heard. Somebody is somewhere trying to play down on the thing that we are doing, trying to play down on something that is working, and you tell me that it's okay. It is not okay and can never, ever be okay. It can never be okay. You see them busy attacking people who are working on the ground to make that something happen. Let me tell you, every broadcast that Simon Ekpa, our brother Simon Ekpa is making, everything that he's saying is what DOS are supposed to be doing. Is what the leadership of IPOB are supposed to be doing. That is what Simon Ekpa is doing. Let me tell you, it is because of the broadcast that Simon Ekpa made 2 days ago. That was the reason why we got a message we got from the lawyers. It is because of that broadcast that Simon Ekpa made and demanded that Mazen Nnamdi Kanu situation must be looked into. And if they don't look into it, that he is going to take action and attack against them. That was why there was a change. Some will say they disagree with me. Some will tell me it's a coincidence. If you call it a coincidence, what are you doing? You that have said it's a coincidence, what did you do? Are you telling me that the situation of Mazen Nnamdi Kanu started yesterday? It didn't start yesterday. This very situation that you read from those lawyers, the situation you read that the lawyers brought up, this is something that has been happening for a very long time. But because nobody is speaking about asking questions, we cannot be able to get the information. We couldn't be able to read between the line. But today, you can see the true situation of what is going on. We have been told Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is not okay where he is. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is facing torture every now and again. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu is facing torture. And we cannot be silent. We cannot be silent. We cannot continue in this path. We can't be silent. You as a Biafran, not only Biafran, our Oduduwa brethren, Biafrans and friends, if you really value what we call freedom for the indigenous people in that country called Nigeria, you must have to speak up this time. And for the Biafrans, wherever you are, join the Monday sit at home. The time has come for us to act. Everybody, every hand has to be on deck. Every hand has to be on deck. The freedom is your hand. Freedom of our people is in your own hand. Your own freedom is in your hand. If you're waiting for anybody, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have done what he's supposed to do. He has made every sacrifice to make sure that we have dignity, we have a name. Today, it is our own turn to do what we're supposed to do, to make sure that that justice must prevail. The symbol of justice in that contraction called Nigeria, not just for Biafrans alone, not just for the Southerners alone, for the whole indigenous tribe in the contraction called Nigeria, the symbol of justice is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Undoubtedly. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter how you play it. It doesn't matter what you try to say. That is the absolute truth that can never be denied. It cannot be denied. So anybody that is telling you, let me tell you one thing you have to listen very carefully. We are not stopping anybody from going for their political solution or whatever they want to go for. Let them go ahead and go it. But you don't just come and tell us you are going for political solution without telling us a word. Telling us it's just like doing nothing. Telling us to wait for political solution is just like telling us do nothing and wait for them to continue to dehumanize as soon as Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health is at risk. His health is at risk, and it is not a joke. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped in Kenya, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was injected. You know how strong Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is. You and I know how strong he is. He is not somebody who just capture like that. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was injected in Kenya. He passed into two different kinds of dehumanization. Up to now, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has not been given a proper medical attention to be able to neutralize the injections that we are injected into him. He has not been given any medical attention. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is allowed only few hours to sleep, only few hours to see the sun. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu sleeps on ordinary floor without a pillow, and it has affected his neck. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's health condition is deteriorating every day. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu has a problem with his sight, and they have refused him to receive his glasses that he's using. They know that that glasses is very important for him, for his sight. They have refused him to use that glass. They refuse him to even take the shower that he uses to pray. The shower, you know, the shower he used to cover himself when he wants to pray. They have refused him from receiving that shower. Everything that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have requested, they have refused him, including changing clothes. The issue of changing clothes is very disheartening. When I read that, I shed tears. I broke down because I spoke about that changing of clothes of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. On my own side, when I was looking about the issue of changing clothes, I thought it was the decision of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because I was thinking that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was trying to use that to make a statement. But behold, today we know that the DSS have refused Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to change his clothes. The same clothes they kidnapped him with from Kenya, it is that same clothes that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is wearing on a daily basis, up till now as I'm speaking to you. And somebody tells me that's okay. And the leadership of IPOB, they saw that and they couldn't even speak about it. They couldn't even be able to identify that. They couldn't even to ask why. Why is it so? People saw it. They couldn't see through that and ask why is it so. Until our brother Simon Ekpa came and voiced out on his broadcast and shouted and gave ultimatum and gave a threat that if something is not being done to change that clothes, that something is going to happen. It was because of that very threat that Simon Ekpa gave. That was why we got the message that we got. Everything that you see on that press statement is something that has been going on from the day Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped up to today as I'm speaking to you. That is what is going on. It has never changed. But they were trying to play it down. It never worked. Today, thank God that it is now in the open. You and I now know the reason why we must protect and not listen to any idiot telling us to stop the civil disobedience. It doesn't matter who the person is. The person might be your best friend. The person might be your leader. The person might be your so-called, might be somebody you refer, might be your pastor that is telling us to stop, sit at home. That person is a monster. He's a devil incarnate and doesn't deserve to be listened to. civil disobedience have become a very strong tool to Biafra, not only Biafra alone. Go and ask about other places where people were using civil disobedience to get what they want. Civil disobedience, so many people in the world we are living today, we are able to get their freedom through civil disobedience. They change things. Go and read the history of India. India, Gandhi used that same system, civil disobedience, to get what they want. Even those who call themselves Christians, they are a civil disobedience in their Bible they are reading. They are a civil disobedience. Sit at home is in the Bible they are reading. Sit at home is in their Bible. That was the time the children of Israel was instructed to sit indoor. Stay indoor, don't come out. Children of Israel were instructed, stay indoor, don't come out when the angel was coming to take action. But today, we are implementing all those things that will make sure that Suleiman is being released, and you are there talking trash. Instead of you following suit on that which is working, you are dehumanizing the people who are fighting the just cause and speaking up for Suleiman and Kam. When you know fully well you have nothing to offer, Chukwu Okike is going to take you out. A lot of decision today now, they have gone into the church. They have gone into the church. They are using the church now to oppress the people and make sure that we stop something that is working. You see, that is why the kind of deceit that you see in the country of God, Nigeria, is unbelievable. You can't trust anybody. You can't trust anybody, including your own father, your own mother, your own children. You can't trust anybody. When it comes to struggle, when it comes to freedom, you don't trust anybody. Now I realize why Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, one of his brokers, he came out and said that he would never mention the name of any idiot in his platform. Because after mentioning their name, they will go at the back and begin to do a different thing altogether. We saw when one of the Reverend Father came out and was praising Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, saying so many things about Mazen Nnamdi Kanu. All of a sudden, he has changed 360 degrees and begin to tell us that sit at home cannot find a solution. Sit at home cannot be a solution. What solution do you have? What have you got? What can you show me now that you want to use to replace that sit at home that's going to have effect? The way sit at home is having effect. What do you have on the table that you can present that will make the world and that country of Nigeria begin to discuss Mazen Nnamdi Kanu issue? Except sit at home, what else do you have? There is nothing they can offer. But they are very good in talking down on people. That same Reverend Father came out and told us that he went to Abuja, but he will not tell us why he went to Abuja. If you cannot tell us why you went to Abuja, why are you telling us that you went to Abuja? You are telling us you went to Abuja to calm us down. And what you went to Abuja and came back is to tell us to stop this at home. You went to Abuja, you couldn't tell us what you went to do for Abuja. Since you know you cannot tell us and you don't want us to know what you went to Abuja to do, why are you telling us that you went to Abuja? What use? Of what use is that? Of what use is that? Time have gone when you will tell us that you are doing something on the ground. Anything you are doing to make sure our Suleiman Nnamdi Kanu is coming out, do it. Let us see it before our own very eyes. Any step you are taking, take the step and let us see. And as you are taking your step, you can never ever stop us from our civil disobedience. Civil disobedience will continue until we see our Mazen Nnamdi Kanu free unconditionally. Until we see Mazen Nnamdi Kanu in Afari Ibeku, in his father's house, free. That is when you can begin to talk of any negotiation and we'll listen to you. Anything short of that, you are on their own. Anything short of that is a deceit. I don't know why it is so difficult for people to understand that these politicians are criminal. They can never tell you the truth. It doesn't matter the language they speak. It doesn't matter their religion. It doesn't matter where they're coming from. These politicians are criminals. You know that, I know that. Which promise has the politician fulfilled in his life? Which politician has ever fulfilled any promise? Share this video to all platforms. Share it video to all platforms, to everybody. Let them see. Which political solution have ever, which political solution, or at what point in time has political solution been a solution in that country? It has never happened. I have never seen any. If you have seen, write it in the comment section. Tell me one problem that has been solved through political solution. A political process that you know that can take years, can take generation to generation. You are hoping on that instead of you doing something that is active that you can see. Political solution. You didn't tell us the date you are going to Abuja. No single person knows the date they are going to Abuja. You are sitting down, folding your hand and waiting for it. Did you know the date they are going to Abuja? They have not told us. Did you know the people they have selected to go to Abuja? I haven't heard. Did you know if the Abuja people are going to accept what they're going to say or not? You don't know. But you want to stop something that is working. Which sane person does that? No sane person does that. If you are going for negotiation, at least you have to see something on the table. You have to see what the operator has to present before you can drop your own. You will go to a negotiation table with something. With that thing you are holding in your hand, your opponent will bring their own. Then you weigh it and see which one to drop and which one to take. But it's so shameful that even before going to the negotiation table, you are already dropping your own form of defense. You are already dropping your own form of defense. You are dropping it already even before going to the negotiation table. And how do you think you can change the Janjaweed in that form? How do you think that the Janjaweed can listen to you? The only language that this Janjaweed understands is the language of force. You and I know it. Even their conventional media, people come on their conventional media to say it, that the government cannot listen to you until when you raise arms, when you do something extraordinary. They can never listen. The government of the Janjaweed can never ever listen to you until you do something that is extraordinary. That is why today in Biafra land, they are listening, because we are doing something that is extraordinary. The sit at home was the only thing that moved their hand and made them to begin to listen. If not for the sit at home, everything you are talking is a joke. You are just playing and nobody's going to listen to you. It was because of this very sit at home. That was why all of them wake up. They woke up from their sleep and they begin to act and do something. And today, somebody is coming to tell me to stop the sit at home that is working. The only single weapon that we have, it is high time every Biafran, wherever you're living across the world, wherever you're living across Biafran land, to prepare yourself for something that is more tough than sit at home. If you know how you are going to tighten that everybody sit at home, begin to plan to activate it now. And it is no longer about the southeast. The whole southern part of Nigeria, every single Biafran, wherever you are, let me tell you, missing one day in a week cannot make you poor. One day in a week cannot make you hungry. One day in a week can change your life forever. One day, sparing that one day in a week can change your life forever, change the life of your born children. Why are you considering what you eat for a day compared to something that's going to last for the rest of your life? Something that's going to protect you and protect your generation. You are talking down on it. Which sane person does that? No sensible person can do such a thing. Every sensible people living in the planet Earth, anything that will make their future better and the future is what they follow, not for their stomach. That is the difference between a black man and a white man. Why is it that we always put our stomach first all the time? Why don't you for once think about your future and the future of your born generation? What are you going to leave behind? What are you going to leave behind? What are you going to leave behind for your people? It is not just about money. It is not about wealth. It is not about wealth. Anybody that has his or her freedom can have everything he or she wants. With freedom, in a sensible nation, everything else can be added to you. That is why we are asking for freedom. Freedom. That is what we are asking for. And today, the symbol of freedom, which is our son of Mazen, is in captivity. And people are moving about their businesses and think it's okay. It is not okay. Prepare yourself for what is coming. Prepare yourself for what something more heavy is coming. It doesn't matter what you think. It doesn't matter what you believe. It doesn't matter where you're coming from. Something more tougher is coming. And let me tell you, prepare yourself. If you have anybody in Nigeria, tell them to prepare. It is time for us to take our freedom. We cannot allow Mazen Nnamdi Kanu to continue to remain in DSS, continue to follow, continue to experience that dehumanization. Mazen Nnamdi Kanu's life is at risk. And the only way you can make Janjaweed to listen to you is not by begging. You don't beg. You don't beg. In the past, people who begged did not get anything. They were able to listen to the people in the Biafrans in the coastal area. They were able to listen to them because they were not begging, because they were acting on the ground. They are listening to their bandits that is killing them today. They are listening to bandits, trying to negotiate for bandits, making a case for bandits because bandits were not begging. They are listening to Boko Haram because Boko Haram are not begging. Biafrans, we have to stop begging. We have to stop begging. If anybody have a political solution, let that person go ahead with political solution. Why we continue to pursue that which is working? Already there is something working. Let us continue to pursue that thing that is working. Let us continue to pursue it. Do not drop what you have to when you have not gotten anything. You have not gotten anything whatsoever. There is no negotiation whatsoever that have been made. It is only rumor. The only rumor, just by rumor, we decided to drop that thing that is working. They told you that they will go to Abuja to negotiate. Which date are they going to Abuja? No date has been given. Who are those going to Abuja? Nobody knows the number of people going and how they are going. Who are they going to meet? You don't even know. Already, you are now dropping what you are working. And today, you can see the result of what you are doing. You can see the result. Even to make a case, to take our Senior Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the correctional center, if as something as simple as making a case, which is his legitimate right to take him to the correctional center, they cannot make that case. They can't move that motion. They can't move that motion to take Mazi Nnamdi Kanu to the correctional center. They can't move that motion. And these same people are the people who are telling you that they're going to negotiate to make it come out. You saw them, I think the election is gone. They have done the Anambra election, which is one of the reasons why Asina Nnamdi Kanu was kidnapped. They have finished it, and today you see what they are doing. And some of you are jumping up that Abga won. Some of you are jumping up that Seludo won. You forgot that Seludo is part of Buhari government. Seludo is part of the economic team of Buhari government. He was part of Buhari government. What did he do when he was there? Why Seludo was with Buhari? Seludo was meeting with Buhari face to face. He was one of the inner caucus of Buhari, Seludo. Biafrans were killed. Biafrans were marginalized. Biafrans were demonized. Members of IPOB were jailed and killed and still killing. Jet are bombing us in Biafra land. Even as I'm speaking to you, they are still bombing, killing people in Biafra land. What has he done? What did he use that position to do? Nothing. But today, because of him, some people are happy that Abga won. We know Abga is a party that was put in place by our eternal leader, Tim Odumegoju. Abga is supposed to be a party for IPOB. But what has it become? Abga have changed to become a party of the caliphate. You forgot. Abga governor took a member of Bieti Allah, a terrorist group that is killing people, took a member of Bieti Allah and put him in their government. Abga stole the indigenous people of Biafra, put price on our head, and said that if you kill a Biafran, that you pay only 500,000. This is what happened, and it is not a joke. He made the broadcast openly that if you kill a Biafran, the life of a Biafran worth only 500,000, equal to the life of a cow that you kill, 500,000. That members of Mieti Allah are part of his cabinet. And today, people are rejoicing that Abga won in Anambra State. You can see the result of Abga winning. You saw the press statement of the lawyers of Asuna Nnamdi Kanu. The lawyers who are doing their own part on their own way. The lawyers, I don't blame them for anything. They are trying their own best, what they know best to do. But you and I, we have a role to play. If the work of the lawyers must work, you and I have a role to play. That is why those messages are being sent out. Any message the lawyers are sending out is to make sure that their work is working effectively. Why that message is being brought out? To tell you the actual condition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is for you and I to act. We have a role to play. Don't think it's only the lawyers who bring it out. Everything you do and what I do will determine the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu or how soon it's going to come. We have to cripple the economy of the Janjaweed, the economy of that very contraction, the economy of the zoo, starting from the southeastern part of Nigeria. Let me tell you, no Biafran man will die of hunger. No Biafran will die from hunger. Because of that Monday, no Biafran will die from hunger. Everything that you don't sell on Monday, on Tuesday, you are going to sell triple of it. You will sell triple of it. And if you think it's a joke, try. Do it sincerely with your own heart. Try Chukwu Okike Abiama and see if Chukwu Okike Abiama will leave you to be hungry. Chukwu Okike Abiama will secure and make sure that no single person that fights genuinely for Biafra will go hungry. You can never go hungry. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter how long you stay. If you are following Biafra sincerely with your own heart, you can never go hungry. Let those who are gossiping keep on gossiping. Those who are still busy on attacking their fellow Biafrans, keep on attacking your fellow Biafrans. I'm not going to beg you to stop. I'm not going to beg you to stop. But if I wanaka ejira When you see the truth, it will be staring at your face. You can't hide the truth. You cannot hide. There's no way you can hide the truth. It will always be glittering. You can't cover the truth. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the light. You can't cover him. It doesn't matter what you're saying. All the propaganda they are bringing, attacking people who are saying, look at our mothers in the United States. Umuada in the United States fighting for their own son. They have been shouting and crying. Today, you have seen the reason why Umuada are crying. When Umuada are crying, shouting on their own platform, speaking of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, some people will be on their platform calling them names. Up to the extent of using the Radio Biafra that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu cherished so much. A hallowed chamber where people speak the truth. A platform of truth. You stay there and begin to abuse the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu loves so much. People that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hold close to his heart. People who are asking, why are you holding my son? Where is my son? That is the only offense they have committed. They were asking, where is my son? Bring my son out. That is the only offense that Umuada committed. They were doing everything possible to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu come out from the job. The Umuada were making noise, shouting and crying to make sure that every stone is turned to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu comes out. Instead of you listening to them, instead of you giving them a listening ear, you were busy demonizing Umuada, demonizing them, destroying Umuada who are fighting the right cause. You don't know the pain of having a child. Neither do you know the pain of having a husband. If you know the pain of having a child, you cannot see a woman that her child is missing. A woman that her child is missing, you will tell her to go to sleep. You cannot tell a woman that her child is missing. You will talk of how to get food to eat when her child is missing. A child that's been born in her stomach for 9 good months. You steal the child. She's looking for that child, and you are busy talking about food. You don't know what the pain of a child is. But our mothers, the mother, they know what it is to have a child. That is why they are crying on daily basis. They can abuse you. They can insult you. They have the right to do it. They are looking for their son. And when a mother is looking for his son, when a mother is looking for his son or his child, a mother can do everything, turn every stone unturnable to make sure that they get their son. Go and look when you pursue the small chicken. When the chicken is going with the chicks, the small chicks, go and try to take one of it and see what with reaction. Everyone, including animals, when you see a female animal protecting their chick, go and try to take one and see what will happen to you. You think they will be smiling with you? You think they will be joking and be opening teeth with you? Our mothers lost their son. They are crying, shouting, giving their attack from all directions to get back their son. And instead of you supporting them or giving a solution on what to do, you are demonizing them, calling them different kinds of names. You don't know that every insult you are giving to mothers, you are giving that insult to Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You don't know that when you come to your platform and call those mothers prostitutes, you are saying that you are abusing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. You are telling Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that mothers that he refers so much are prostitutes. You are telling us that all this while that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have prostitutes as mothers. Insulting yourself, you think you are insulting somebody. You are dehumanizing Biafra struggle. May Chukwu Okike Abiyama have mercy on you. That's all I got to say. Because your blood will not be on my head. It is most clear and definite that your blood you must surely pay. You and your generation, as many as are fighting against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, fighting against the restoration of Biafra, fighting against the freedom of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, as many as are doing it intentionally, you will pay with your blood and your generation will pay with their blood. If you are doing it mistakenly, maybe you are doing it unknowingly, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will give you a revelation. And if you change your tongue from your evil ways, it will be well with you. But if you insist, even after knowing the truth, you insist on going with that is evil, Chukwu Okike Abiyama will take you out. Any human being born on the planet Earth that is standing against Umuada, speaking against Umuada, you are not for good. You are not for good. You are not for good. I tell you before, you are not for good. And if you are here watching, when I'm going to put the link, click the link and come out. Click the link and come out when I fix the link. If you are here standing against something that is working, people who are speaking up for Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, you are standing against them. Everybody that is saying something meaningful, you are only busy on attacking people who are doing something that's working. What crime has these people committed? What crime can you tell me that people whom you are attacking have committed? None whatsoever. The only crime they have committed is that they are telling you to do that which is right. They are telling you to wake up from your sleep and do what you are supposed to do. They tell you to stop sleeping. That is the crime the Biafrans have committed. And because they are saying that, that is why you will stand on a hallowed platform and begin to insult the people that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu hold dear to his heart. You have brought so many people over to begin to dish out some lies. You see lies. Some people who don't know their left and right, you see them dishing out lies. Biafrans, wherever you are, anybody watching this video, everything I'm telling you, do not believe me because you are hearing it from me or because I'm saying it. Don't believe me. Go and make your own inquiry. When you see somebody standing on the platform speaking against somebody, go and make inquiry about that person. Go and listen to that person's program and see what is that person talking about. Do not pass judgment because of what you heard from people. A second-hand information. Make sure you get your judgment right by, first of all, knowing what people are saying and who is saying. Is it true that what they are saying, is it true? Every single person that they are attacking and dehumanizing online, go and find out what is that they are doing wrong. They have even pushed so many people to an extreme. So many of our broadcasters have lost the battle. They can no longer stand firm. They have pushed so many people on the wall that some broadcasters have lost their stand. Some broadcasters who don't have that confidence to stand their challenge, they have lost their stand. Some of the broadcasters have become so emotional, they have started deviating from the main struggle. That is why I saw some of our brothers, you see them when they come to broadcast, they will begin to talk about Biafrans as sections. Instead of speaking about Biafra and for Biafrans, they are speaking about their own region. The struggle for Biafra is not about region. The struggle for Biafra that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is leading is not about region. It doesn't matter your religion. It doesn't matter your region, where you belong. What we know is Biafra. And the Biafra we are talking about is the old Southeastern region, which is the present South-South, and the Southeast, including Lower Benue. All these areas are Biafra land, and that is where we are fighting for. It is not about Igbo people. It is not about Ijaw people. It is not about Efik. It's not about the Edo people. It's not about different tribes. It is about all of us. Collective interest. Everybody has to put hand on deck. If you are coming out on your platform just to blame a tribe or blame a section, you are missing it. You are missing it. I know some people who are speaking on their platform on that, but it's because of anger. Some of them could not be able to control their emotion. They have deviated and begin to preach against their own people instead of saying what matters. We are all identified as Biafrans, just as the people from America is identified as Americans. People in UK are still identified as Britons. We are Biafrans. That is what we are. We are not talking about your tribe. When Biafra comes, we know there are nations in Biafra, different nations in Biafra. When Biafra comes, you have your own nation. Use your resources and do what you want to do with it. That is the message. But as we stand now, as it stands now, there is no time to look back or begin to talk about region. It is not about region. It is not about tribe. It is not about religion. It is about Biafra as a nation. Every single soul living in Biafra, we must put our hands together and continue to fight this fight. Don't look back. Don't look back. Do not look back. If you are busy looking on somebody who is not sitting at home with you or somebody who is not working with you, you are missing the point. It's just like an illustration that somebody got. Somebody came and began to complain that people who were going to church, everybody is going to church, that when they get into the church, that everybody on the church will be on their phone. The person said that why he's not going to church, why he wants to stop to go to church, is because when he goes to church, that everybody that comes to church, they will be on their phone, looking at their phone. Then the pastor told him, is that why you want to stop a church? He said, yes, that's why I want to stop a church. The pastor gave him an assignment, gave him water in a cup, and told him, use this water and walk around the church. When you walk around the church, make sure that that water doesn't drop. After you walk around the church, come and tell me what you have seen. The man did what the pastor told him. He took the water in a cup, walked around the church. After walking around the church, he came back on the spot and gave the cup to the pastor. The pastor asked him, what did you see while we were walking around the church? What did you see? He said he saw nothing, that he was concentrating on the cup, not allow the water to drop. Really? He said he didn't see anybody, and he was concentrating on the cup to make sure the water did not drop. Then the pastor told him, that is a lesson for you. Because you were concentrating on what you're supposed to do, you were not able to be distracted to anything in the church. You didn't see anybody. But had it been that you paid attention, to watch things that are going around, that water in that cup will drop. And at the end of the day, you will lose the battle. You will lose the test. You fail the test. It was a test that the pastor gave him. He said he wants to stop coming to church. Pastor told him, take that cup filled with water, walk around the church. If that water did not drop on the floor, you will stop coming to church. I agree with you. You can't stop. But if it drops, you can't stop. Then he went on that assignment. When he came back, he told me, did you see anything while they were walking by? He said he did not see anything. He was concentrating on the cup. What is the lesson on that very word I just said now? If you are concentrating on what you are doing, you cannot be able to notice other people. We have to concentrate. We are losing concentration. Biafrans are losing concentration. Both the broadcasters, we are losing concentration. Both the people who call themselves leadership, they are losing concentration. Concentrate on what you are pursuing, which is freedom. Don't lose concentration. If you are concentrating on that freedom, you cannot know that somebody is not sitting at home with you. You will know, you will only know yourself. You will focus on yourself because you know what you want. You know your target, what you are pursuing. If you are concentrating, you will not even notice that your neighbor is not sitting at home. The most important thing, do what you are supposed to do. Play your own role. Play your own role and support demonizing others. If you are serious and you are doing what you're doing, you will not notice that someone ever said this and someone ever did this. You will not notice the kind of chair some of them were using. You cannot notice the kind of clothes some of them is wearing if you are doing your own part. The only thing you will do is to, if you see his program, you can watch it and be able to get some senses from it. That is what every Biafran is supposed to be doing. Today, people who are supposed to give us information, they don't give us. You tell me you're walking on the ground. Even when you claim to be walking on the ground, I cannot see anything. I can't see anything. You are losing concentration. But you and I can see that every single broadcast that Simon Ekpa have made yield a fruit. It yield a fruit. It's either he's making his position or he's forcing something to come out from those who are supposed to speak who are not speaking. That is what we call critical thinking. When he talked about Mazi Nnamdi Kanu wearing the same clothes come up. Myself, when I spoke on my program, I thought that it was Mazi Nnamdi Kanu's intention to wear that clothes. I thought that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu chose to do it. That was what I said on my own program. But when Mazi Simon Ekpa came out to break it down, he went to the extent and said that even if it is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu that decided that he will wear one clothes, that we will say no, force him or buy that clothes, different model, buy it different colors and give to him. To prove a point. After he made that broadcast and threw that challenge, now you see they have come open to tell us exactly the situation of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. This is what the leadership of IPOB is supposed to be doing. Critical thinking. Let the people know what is going on. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu case is not something that will be swept under the carpet. It's not something that you say you are doing something on the ground. It is a freedom fight, and everything has to be done in the open. If you know what you are doing, tell me. I know what I'm doing. If you want to ask me, I tell you what I'm doing. I am speaking up every day, calling for the civil disobedience, calling for civil disobedience from all angles. I have never stopped talking about it. Monday civil disobedience, Monday sitting at home, Monday sitting at home. Today, I am still talking about it. We have to sit at home more than ever. We have to activate it. Activate the sit at home. If you have not joined, join the sit at home. If you have anybody you can support, let them join the sit at home. I'm going to try and see if I can be able to post the link. So if you have any contribution to make, you can click the link and come and speak your own mind. You can say anything you want to say without insulting anybody. You can say anything you want to say without delegating anybody. You can say your own opinion without insulting or using bad word on anybody. It's a free world. It doesn't matter what point you have. You have the right to air your own opinion and the world will listen. People can disagree, but most time we disagree to agree. That is it. Let me try and see if I can post the link so that anybody who wants to join can join and add his or her own opinion. I'm trying to see if I can post the link. Mazi Nnamdi Kanu must be freed unconditionally. It doesn't matter what anybody is saying or what anybody is doing from any angle they are coming from. We must have to continue to support the sit at home. Any place you are, anywhere you are, whichever angle you're coming from, you support the sit at home. If you want to join the platform, give me a signal so that I can bring you in so you can add your own opinion. Anybody who has a contribution to make, if you want to join the platform, you have a contribution to make, you write so that I can be able to see you and bring you in. If you want to make a contribution, you can be able to click, just write and say you want to come in, then I can be able to see you and bring you in. I'm trying to post the link, but I can't be able to find this thing. If you want to come, just write a comment. If you write a comment and you want to join the broadcast, I'll bring you in so you say your point. You make your point. So as I was saying, the struggle that we are in, the struggle we are in is for every single person. It's for every single Biafran. Every single Biafran. It is our freedom. Our life is at stake. And you see some people busy talking about things that are irrelevant. You see people busy castigating each other instead of saying things that matters. Instead of saying things that matters, it is high time we begin to get the right information. And I will urge you all, continue to visit the broadcast of Umuada. Listen to Umuada. At least we can see they are saying something and doing something that is working. They are saying something and doing something that is working. Wherever you are, you can join the Umuada and also listen to our brother Simon Ekpa. Go and listen to his broadcast. He's having his broadcast on daily basis. On daily basis. That is where you will see critical thinking, information, relevant information coming out. Relevant information coming out. Everybody in the old